right, Mr. Simple Biz Guy, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SimpleBiz360 podcast. SimpleBiz360.com is our URL home. We're on 28 audio platforms, YouTube TV, and now Rumble TV. So thank you so much for joining in today. And today we're going to be talking about how to avoid becoming or how to avoid being a business streaker. So what in the world is that? Well, this is really an element of service that and a way of doing business with people that really can be very annoying, can cost your businesses repeat and referral customers. And so executive teams, C-suite teams, managers, owners of businesses, I really encourage you to listen to this episode and go back and investigate exactly how your service processes are working with some people, because here's what a business streaker looks like, right? So a streaker projects to the customer that they're on top of things, right? So what does it look like? And I've been involved, I've seen dozens of this over my career, or maybe even close to 100 of these types of people. But here's what happens. So they say, hey, listen, Mr. Customer, I'm on top of it, boom. And they pepper the customer with emails and text messages and reports and things and approvals or whatever it needs to be done. But I mean, it's going hot and heavy for a day and a half. The ball gets close to the goal line, and all of a sudden, this business person just goes dark. It's like you turn the lights off on this person, and the ball's sitting there on that 3-yard line. You're like, oh my gosh, you're the customer. I can't believe I can't get this ball over the line with this person. So this person vanishes. The vanishing act drags on. Your text as the customer, you're texting and emailing and calling, and nothing's happening. Deadlines come and go, and this just goes on and on, right? Your anger mounts as the customer. You're like, what in the world's going on? Buyer remorse seems to blanket you as the customer, like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself involved in here? And then all of a sudden, just as fast as the lights went out, the lights go back on. It's like this magic carpet delivers this person, and boom, 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 boom. They pepper you with all this stuff, and it's like, okay, boom, they get the ball over the goal line. You're like, why did this 6, 7, 8 day gap exist in between the first, barrage of involvement and a short burst involvement, right? And the barrage of this second burst of involvement. And it's like these two little short bursts are your bookends. And in the middle, there's nobody there. Nobody communicates, and you don't know what happened. Nobody says they're sorry. And this happens quite a bit. So what we invite you to do, if you are a business owner and you want to curtail this, you don't want this loss of repeat and referral business because you have business streaking in your service element, we ask you to just think about adopting and accepting the 3Y challenge. It's right up on the wall here. What is it? It's saying yes to respond to all inquiries, saying yes to follow up, and saying yes to follow through. So we have this little computer with some flip phones here. I'm just going to bend over and pull the first flip phone up, and that represents saying yes to respond to 100% of inquiries. So if you want to close this gap on the business streaking, you want to bring service to a really nice streamlined level, just accept this and tell your people and train your people that they need to respond to 100% of inquiries. And then they need to follow up. What does that mean? Hey, I got your email, Jeff. I'm working on it. I've got to call Matt, who's a colleague of mine, and get Matt's input on this before I can give you the final answer. So this may take 24 hours, Jeff. Hang in there with me, but I got your email. I'm making sure that I do my follow-up internally. And trust me, tomorrow, even if I don't have the answer, I'm going to follow through. And that third phone you flip up there is representing the follow through element. And that is the Achilles heel in business. I can tell you, after looking at bad experiences for 35 years of my career, that is what causes most of them. There's the lack of follow through. And the experience economy, again, doesn't really look at the product and service as much as it looks at how we're delivering that product and service. People, the metrics are changing. People are looking at us and how we do business, and they're looking more now at the how we do business as opposed to the what the business actually is. So again, folks, if you want to curtail the business streaking and close the gap on that and provide great customer service, we ask you to adopt the 3Y challenge. Respond to all inquiries, follow up completely, and follow through comprehensively. So thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to leave you with a Lost in the Shuffle track, a really cool one, Freddie and the Dreamers, part of the Mersey Beat Sound, British Invasion, 1963. I'm telling you now, don't create these gaps of wonderment for your customers. Tell them now. Deal with it now. Take the 3Y challenge. We'll see you in 168 hours.